This video will demonstrate a typical install and configuration of IBM Business Process Manager version 8.5 Advanced. The typical install option will install DB2 Express, create a database tables, create a deployment manager profile, a node agent, and the Process Center server. Then we will download Process Designer and install it. And all product binaries and profile configurations will be for a one cluster topology on the Windows 7 operating system. Okay, let's get started. So to install BPM on Windows 7, you must elevate your Microsoft Windows user account privileges, whether you're an administrator user or non-administrator user. You right-click on launchpad.exe and select Run as Administrator. I should mention that you may be prompted to update the Launchpad. If you do, just accept it, let it download and update, then your Launchpad will restart automatically. On this first screen, you need to select an installation type. We will select the typical installation option, and this is best for a one cluster, one machine development type environment. The custom option is best for a production environment where you will have multiple clusters, maybe one for an application, one for your support software, like maybe a performance data warehouse, one cluster for messaging engines, etc. For this development environment, we will select to install the Process Center option. The Process Center server has an integrated process server to run processes as you create and test them. For the installation location, it must either be an empty directory or a directory that does not exist and is created during installation. For the username and password for the cell administrator account is the primary WebSphere application server administrator. So a user assigned to this role can assign other administrator roles and is responsible for the administration of the cell and the topology. Now for the username and password for the deployment environment administrative account is the primary IBM Business Partner Manager Administrator. So a user assigned to this role has administrative access to the Process Center and the Process Admin Console. We will use WAS Admin for the Cell Administrator account and BPM Admin for the Deployment Environment account. For the database server, we will select the option No, I need one installed for me. This is going to install DB2 Express for us on this system. We don't have one. The username and password will be the DB2 Administrator. On the installation summary screen for our demonstration, uncheck the Use Your Support account to include updates with the installation. You can leave it selected, and if you have an internet connection, it will check if WebSphere application server and if BPM have any fix packs or required interim fixes. If they do, it would download it and install it. Also check the license agreement and notices and then click on Install Software. The installation completed successfully window pops up, and click on OK to launch the Quick Start page. In the Quick Start window, click on Start the Process Center Deployment Environment. This will start the Process Center server and bring up more menu options in the Quick Start window. In the DOS window, you can see that the Deployment Manager started and the single cluster which contains the Process Center server started also. Here you have the updated Quick Start window after the Process Center deployment environment has started. For the purpose of this video, click on the Process Center console link. This is the Process Center console login screen. Use the username and password for the deployment environment. It's the BPM user. The Getting Started window pops up, and you can see there is a button to download the Process Designer. But you can also download it from at any time later from a link on the main Process Center page. Click on Download Process Designer. After the file is finished downloading, unpack it. Run as administrator the batch file called install process designer _admin. In the DOS window, it shows the Process Designer installed successfully. Log out of the Process Center console and then start the Process Designer from the Start menu. Log in now as the BPM user for the deployment environment. Getting Started window pops up for Process Designer. So go ahead and close the pop-up. And now the screen you see is very similar to the Process Center, even though it is the Process Designer. Click on the circular icon in the upper right of the screen to toggle to the Process Designer view. Now, if you want to return to the Process Center view, then click on the Process Center icon in the upper right of the screen to toggle back. Here are two links to the BPM version 8.5 Info Center for more details. This concludes the demo video.